let's go to the round table hold and see what we can get with this remembrance. Oop, wrong way. And yeah, his those guys' fireballs were very strong. That was rough. That was a good fight though. Let's see. Golden greatsword that once pierced the body of Midra, master of the Manse, used by the Horn Scent in the execution of a damnation like no other. The barbs that pierce the victim from within wind gently around the blade. Golden crux. Leap up and skewer foe from overhead. If successful, the weapon's barbs unfold to excruciate from within. Else, additional input releases barbs in the area. There is something of the golden order in the sight of those fixed upon this crux. There is something of the golden order in the sight of those fixed upon this crux. What does that mean? The people being crucified here, like, is it because, is the frenzied flame trying to birth its own ring? Is this the Elden Ring, but a damnation sword or something maybe? What does that mean? There's something of the golden order in the sight of those fixed upon this crux. Yeah, well, those being impaled for sure. But what does it mean by there is something of the golden order in the sight of those? So it's used, but it's not used to hunt just the people of the golden order because it was in Midra. Summons the apparition of the Lord's head to spew frenzied flame. This incantation can be used while in motion. The apparition will remain for as long as the input is held. The Lord of frenzied flame shall take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, all melted away. Yet Midra, like others before him, was too weak to become a lord. Huh. It's interesting having Midra, like, introduced right now. Midra and Nanaya, who seem to be very integral and important to Frenzied Flame lore. And, like, this whole second area that's connected to the Frenzied Flame. But having no clear idea of, like, how it relates to the Three Fingers at all. Putrescence cleaver, frost buildup. It's a frost great axe. That's interesting. Weapon wielded by the putrescent knight, a great cleaver of hardened putrescence affixed to an arch fashioned from human bones. Gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute. Oh, it's an arcane greatsword or great axe. That's kind of cool. Spinning guillotine, hold the putrid blade at both ends and arch body backwards to deliver a powerful overhead chop. Treated influence, yeah, it's just the meat cleaver weapon. Vortex of putrescence. Launch a whirl of putrescent jets that explode shortly after impact and bathe the area in ghost flame. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. Interesting. It was originally used by the Horn Scent, I think it said. So if it was originally a tool of the Golden Order, that was corrupted by Frenzy. I don't think it was originally a tool of the Horn Scent. I think Midra is a Horn Scent. Golden greatsword that once pierced the body of Midra, master of the Manse, used by the Horn Scent in the execution of a damnation like no other. I don't know, maybe. Then is this greatsword a... Maybe that's what's happening there. Maybe Miquella's Inquisition, of Horn Scent Inquisition, came to this place and pierced all these people to end the flame of frenzy? Is that what's happening? So the barbs aren't part... No, the barbs are part of the Inquisition. I get it now. I see. Sorry, it's late. My brain wasn't working. I thought it was growing out of Midra's head. It's not growing out of Midra's head. It's... pierced into him. Here, hold on. What is the discussion chamber? Okay, let's go back to Mance Hall really quickly. So yeah, so the Horn Scent refers to Miquella's Inquisition then. Let's talk to this ghost and see if he has anything new to say. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no, it's all the same. Okay, I was gonna say it looked like really different. So theoretically then, all of these people, all of these like monks of the Manse were beheaded and then had daggers, like damnation daggers shoved down their necks. Is that what I'm understanding? Because it's the same thing, right? Something in the site. The thing about that, though, is it just, what does it mean? There is something of the Golden Order in the sight of those that were affixed. Oh, I can't summon. I want to summon my horsey. Because that implies that the ones that were crucified, right? We'll just call it crucified. Viewed. Did they see the frenzied flame burning the Golden Order, or is it saying the frenzied flame is like part of the Golden Order? I don't know if it was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was actually corrupted or if it was just there to torment him. And Anaya said endure, and enduring the pain probably made the frenzy worse because it was part of his torment, right? This all ties into Miquella, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, right? So Midra gets damned by Miquella's Inquisition of Hornsent, I guess, or the Inquisition that is using Miquella's stuff. He's sitting there in pain, and all of his people were massacred, right? This is the massacre right there. That's the massacre. Because it mentioned that in the item description, right? Like, it was like... I don't remember where it was. It was one of these items. Hunted down as heretics by their own brethren. These are weapons of the utterly downtrodden. Victims of a butcherous bloodbath. So this is the heads. This hand is stitched together from the flayed skin of the victims of a butcherous bloodbath. So it's presumably made from the hands of those people. Let's go check. Do they have hands? I doubt that it will be that bespoke, but they're all holding their hands. Interesting. Okay, well, the flayed skin of people massacred. So if we are to take this literally, right? Like, if we are to take this literally, their heads, the eyes are on the glove. That's true. Flayed skin of the victims of a butcherous bloodbath. Afflicts target with madness. Raises attack power. Blah, blah. Forged from an unyielding black impulse toward revenge fostered in those who were hunted down as heretics by their own brethren. So were these guys Hornsent originally that... So these guys were Hornsent. They lived here. These people are from here. I don't think that is debatable. That's just a fact. They're from this Abyssal Woods area. They were hunted down by their brethren, so other Hornsent, for being heretical. The ones that hunted them down were likely Miquella's Inquisition, I guess. And what it's saying is that those affixed to the barbs of damnation had something of the Golden Order in their sight. The flame of frenzy manifests in people's eyes. Is that saying that... Is that... So the thing about the in their sight that's interesting to me is, like, is that saying the Golden Order parallels the frenzied flame? Like, they all come from the same place. The frenzied flame is the greater will. Like, is that what that is saying? Like, it's all the same source. The two fingers are the three fingers, etc. Like, that's all, I think, a possibility. I really want to go down here, and I can't figure out how to do it. I really feel like we have to be able to get through the manse somehow. Just look at the... Wow, the map is, like, tweaking out. All right, bringing back the theory that they're from the same hand. I don't think they're a hand. And we also know from this that they're not a hand at all. The two fingers are not a hand. You can't put them together. You can't put them together because there's 4 fingers on a 2 fingers. Like, it's just not how it works. Okay, so you can't go through here. Is this like a place? Can we go beyond here? Because I want to get to here. Like, I want to see what's down here. Is there anything? It certainly looks like it. Because we could go up here and look. And it looked like there was stuff down here. I guess I'm just coping because I don't want the area to be over. In their sight is ambiguous. It could be them seeing something physically in their eyes with a glow, or the symbolism of seeing them punished. The thing about... So I don't think it's them being punished is like... Oh, Magnolium has a good point. The thing that is placed in their heads is probably to keep the frenzied flame in check, like Miquella's needle. That's probably what this is. These are unalloyed gold. That's what the barbs are. The barbs are needles. Okay. So that's why Miquella has an inquisition. He's hunting outer gods. So he pierced them all with barbs, which are just unalloyed gold needles. They're meaner versions of needles. And it suppressed the frenzied flame inside of Midra. That's why when he pulls it out, the flame comes out. The flame comes out. So, but the thing about... That still doesn't explain something of the Golden Order in their sight. I think the wording there that does a lot of... That is, like, taking up my attention is this idea of, like... Why is it something of the Golden Order? Like, it's drawing a comparison there, I think. I don't think it's saying, like, they just want to see him dead. I think it's saying, like... I don't know. I think it's saying the Frenzied Flame was targeting the Golden Order, and that's why this happened, but I don't know if that's true. And the reason why I'm so specific about this is that the wording in their sight is really important, because a frenzied flame is a giant flaming eyeball. Like, eyeballs in sight are a huge part of the frenzied flame, so the usage of that term is very loaded in this context. So, I don't know. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay, well. I guess that's all I can think of. That's all I got. I'm trying to stress my brain to, like, figure out anything else about it, but Spectral Steed is still frightened. Okay. Well, I think this is just the end of this area. Like, I think there's nothing else to do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people find, because there's probably stuff that I'm missing that I just don't have a full understanding of. What I find really intriguing is that, like, this area is so scary, I guess. Is like, why is Torrent so scared? Torrent was owned by Miquella before this. Was Miquella afraid of these people? You know? It's always been interesting how the Frenzies Yellow and the Order's Gold are so close visually, but completely opposite forces thematically. It's true. That is a very good point. There is something... I do think... The thing is that when we got that item, we got that incantation. Let's look for it really quick. We got that incantation. The Barb's incantation that said... I just fell way far down. Oops. Oh, I didn't lose any souls. That's fine. Yeah, Torrent is a spirit steed. Frenzied Flame burns spirits. That's true. That's a good point. Okay, I think we understand it now. I want to go... Yeah, here. This is what I want to read. Sorcery of the Inquisitors of the Tower. Oh. Is that Miquella's rune? Or is Miquella's rune different? Because Miquella is not from the tower, I don't think. The tower is the Bellerot Tower. Incantation of the Spiral. The Spiral is the horns. This isn't Miquella's rune. This is the horn sent in completely. Okay. Golden arcs. I don't know. I thought we got a... Hold on. I thought we got a incantation that said, like, this was made outside of the purview of Golden Order fundamentalism. Where is it? It was the charged rings, wasn't it? Multi-layered ring of light. Yeah, that's Miquella's rune. The horn sent one. This is Miquella's rune. This is Miquella's rune. And this is the spiral rune. These are different. So this is from the horn sent. Okay. So this was purely the horn sent. This wasn't Miquella. Interesting. There was something of the Golden Order, to those affixed to the cross, or something of the Golden Order in their thing. Yeah, we've been very off base on that. So it isn't Miquella. It is just the horn scent. It's the towers. So the horn scent came here and they barbed these people for some reason. Interesting. Okay, so we were wrong about Miquella. See, that's the part that I was confused about, because I was like, I don't understand why these horn scent have Miquella's rune, like, because Miquella has never been attached to the horn scent. That's been confusing me for like an hour and a half now. Okay, so I get it now. Regardless, I think Magnolium is correct. I think this actually clears this up for me, because I think what this does is this proves... I get it. I think I get it. The horn scent have the Bellerot Tower that has the divine gate in it. That's the gate that Marika was born from. She became a goddess at, right? These barbs, these golden arcs, are associated with the horn scent. And they were fighting against the frenzied flame. Then Mesmer came after and was like, hey, Marika told me I have to purge all of you. Why was Marika hunting the omen? Why was she hunting the horn scent? She's hunting the horn scent because the horn scent have the same source as her divinity. Something of the Golden Order affixed in their sight. The barbs, their magic, the arcs, the golden arcs, that was what they were looking at. That was in their sight when they were being killed. So the idea here is Marika is doing the Christmas thing. Christmas is just a pagan tradition. It wasn't invented by Jesus, but we say it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the horn sense religion is what dictated a lot of what Marika's stuff came from. And the frenzied flame opposing that the frenzied flame isn't just opposite the Erdtree. It was opposite the horn scent as well. And so now, over time, it's like Marika has inherited. That's why she has Omen children as well, because she's probably from here. That makes a lot of sense. Or like the curse of the Fell God targets her for these reasons as well. So these barbs, I think Magnolium was right. These barbs were holding back the frenzied flame, and Anaya was saying endure, and that's why he never pulled it out. But once he pulled the barb out and dealt with the pain of it, he became Midra, Lord of the Frenzied Flame, right? So that's what was unleashed there. And so we're seeing like history repeat itself, because all of this is what led to the Golden Order and manifests the same ideals of the Golden Order, right? Oh, oops. And I think that other point is also correct. This idea of like, because I don't think Marika specifically. I'm not saying that like the Horn Scent are hunting these people on Marika's behalf. I don't think that's the case. I think Marika and the Horn Scent are like vastly different time periods, kind of. I think what is happening here, like whatever happened here at Midra's, like happened well before all of this, right? Like the Frenzied Flame has always been a problem. The thing that's interesting is that it followed from here to the Lands Between. And like the Three Fingers showed up in the Lands Between, and like the Nomad clan and Shabriri and all that stuff. Like I was referring to Mesmer coming after the Horn Scent. Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry. I'm making a point. The thing that's interesting is that like we're seeing this like cycle of all of these like Golden Order philosophies being interrogated here, as Miquella is like casting aspects of himself off and trying to become more and more pure and find that state of like unalloyed gold, right? That we were talking about with like Miquella's needle. And I think the thing that connects Miquella to this, and the thing that is really interesting, is that like the Barb of Damnation, or whatever it's called, suppressed an outer god. It prevented the Frenzied Flame from manifesting. It prevented Midra from being the Lord of the Frenzied Flame. Yeah, okay, so these are just Horn Scent. These are from the tower. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I guess my point was like this idea is the idea here is like the thing that's fucking confusing to me is, why do these people use Frenzied Flame incantations? I guess they've just been corrupted. Yeah, I guess that must be what happened, right? Is that they've just been here for so long that they were driven crazy. And that was the revenge of the Maddening Hand, is that he drove them all mad, and the aged things are here and stuff too. Okay, I think I understand now. And I guess ultimately at the end of the day, this has just been left here and was capped off by that other Inquisitor at the end of the catacombs. And even we found a dead Death Knight. Like even Godwin couldn't come here. Like even his Death Knight was killed. Oh, these things are holding rune arcs. You see that? Those are like rune arc candlesticks. That's weird. All right, well, time to go back to the keep, I guess. How boring. Okay, I'm gonna have to like edit the video. I'm gonna have to edit the video and put text on the screen where I said like they're using Miquella incantations, and be like, please don't leave a comment. I know that that's not what was happening. I was misunderstanding. And now I understand better, and it's gonna be very annoying. Oh well. Okay. So we learned something. I respect that guy right there so much. Ouch. So yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I think we're onto something with the connection between like the gold barb and the arcs of gold, because they're golden incantations that are shaped like arcs, that look like rune arcs, that look like or that have like a very similar to function to Miquella's rings of light, right? Like it's so similar that it's hard to not see a connection, right? So there's something here, and that might be a reason why Miquella came back here. There's something of the Golden Order in their sight. The more I think about this, the more I think of just like Marika is hiding the source of her divinity, right? And Miquella wants to become a god. So Miquella traces the origin in the footsteps of Marika back to this place and like discovers all of these original incantations and these ideas that like he's known for now is like rings of light and the Golden Order. So maybe that's what it means, is like there's something of the Golden Order in their sight. It's saying that the horn scent resemble the Golden Order, that there's like a lot of those ideas had their origin in the horn scent. Yeah, the first tower spell we saw was the spiral of golden light. And the Halig tree looks like that's why we're starting to see the connections here. The Halig tree insignia looks like the spiral insignia from the Tower of Belarut. Okay, we're working. We got it. We're getting there, guys. We learning things. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It had to, that guy had to come out here after I aggroed all these people. Come on. Fuck. Okay. I understand now. So this really is like where it began. We're actually seeing, and this also ties into everything I was talking about earlier when I said like, can you create a utopia out of a conflict that isn't influenced by the conflict, right? Like there's no, I think like part of the political messaging of this, okay, I'm stuttering really bad right now. Part of the political messaging of like this game so far is like this idea that you like can't divorce context from what it creates, right? Like Miquella is trying to ascend, I guess, like ascend to godhood, and it mirrors what Marika tried to do, which was like ascend to godhood and foster this world of the Erdtree and the lands between. But like she's also brutally oppressing and hiding where she came from, because possibly she doesn't want other people to have the same powers as her. But like maybe more importantly, she's rewriting the parts of history she doesn't like. Like, and I mean, I don't know why. I don't have a clear understanding of like why Marika hates the horn scent. That's like the other aspect of this that's really unclear to me, is like we don't really know what's up with that. We still don't understand why Marika purged them. I don't get that part. But we'll learn that surely. I don't know. We're working with inconclusive data right now. But this gets to that thing that I was talking about, which was this idea of like there's no America let's operate on the logic that like America created the current lands between, right? Oh, this is very convenient. We open the shortcut. And in the lands between, there's like no manifestation of the land of shadow in it, right? She doesn't want people. She suppresses and brutally punishes the Omen, who we know now are called the Horn Scent here in this place. And like the Formless Mother, obviously, like down there. Like, it's interesting that Moog connects with her because the Formless Mother is a deity from this place. So ultimately, America is like, it's like she's being plagued by this like cool flamberge. She's being like plagued by this thing that she like doesn't want to see and just comes back to haunt her constantly. And like she's trying to erase it from her world, but she can't. And so she sends Mesmer back to kill its origin, right? Armor of the Fire Knights under Mesmer the Impaler's personal command, distinguished by its red cape and twin golden snakes which adorn the neck, enhancing incantations of Mesmer's flame. These were the only ones who truly knew Mesmer, his flames like serpents, the painful fate that accompanied his accursed form. Yeah, I don't know. That's really interesting. This is giving me a lot to think about. I do feel really dumb thinking that those people were Miquella people. Guys, I've been streaming for 12 hours. Like, I'm tired. It's 12:45 in the morning. But yeah. Specimen storehouse. Okay. Interesting. And yeah, Lazy Rock Badger says like getting the gold from here. If this might be the source of unalloyed gold needles, which might be a threat to America, because if America is utilizing the power of an outer god, who's to say you can't use the gold needle to fend off the greater will or whatever America's source of power is, right? Oh, serpentine fire. Interesting. So, yeah. I have a lot of thoughts about this. I'm very curious. Very curious about what this means. There's something about the mansion that I'm not putting together fully in my head. And it might just be because it's fucking late and I'm tired as hell. And I've been playing this game for 100 years now. Blue warrior doors seem to be associated with the jails, so this must be a jail. Huh. So trying to square what the Lands of Shadow actually is it just being in the center of the map doesn't really make sense because you'd think we'd be able to see the Erdtree. America is supposed to have been from the Newman, right? Who supposedly came from another world? Is that where we are now? I don't know. I can't tell you. America is a Newman. She's from another world. I believe the Black Knives are also Newman. So I have no idea how to quantify that. We haven't learned anything about them. So it's even in this DLC, we haven't learned anything about them. So I wish we'd learned more and I wish I had more info, but I don't know. I have no idea. But yes, America is a Newman. I'm also trying to figure out what this place is, but I don't. The thing about this that is complicated is that I don't think this is like literally like I don't think this is a dream world or like another dimension in the way that like I don't think it's bespoke, I guess. I think I don't know. I don't think that it's different, because if not different, I'm trying to find a way to phrase this that makes sense to me, but it's really hard to explain. But I don't think that this is a different world because there's too many things that like come from here. Like when, like if it was a different world, there wouldn't be remnants of like Deathbird ancestral worship in the lands between, right? It has to be one place, I think, or like a cosmology that is unique. Like if it is a different world, it's like Planescape and Baldur's Gate, and like how the Forgotten Realms are technically part of D&D, and like, you know, there's like Baator is a real place that you can go to that influences other places, right? Like Infernus is like a place that, or Inverness is a place that like actually exists. Like hell is real. It's not a separate location. The two sides of the coin, connected worlds where people sometimes cross. Yeah, but in a way I would just say that makes it the same world, right? Like I don't think it's so completely bespoke because the cultures are so defined. And the thing is, like there's glintstone sorceries here, so people can see the sky. Like we're all following the same ideas. And he, like Emir mentions being an astrologer, and the astrologers are a group of people that lived in the northern lands, the frozen north. So, and like there's carrion places here. So like, I think that it's more than like a separate universe, because there's like, this is gonna sound so boring, but like America is engaging in ethnic cleansing and like a territorial dispute. Like there are war camps here. So there is like there's like a very clear geopolitical thing going on. Now, if this is if this area is just the lands between, shouldn't we be able to see the Erdtree? Possibly. But if the Shadow Tree is somehow occluding the Erdtree, which is possible, then no, we wouldn't be able to see it. Like, I'm thinking of it like a clipping mask. Like, the Shadow Tree is the Erdtree's shadow, so maybe if you look at the backside of the Erdtree, this is what you see, right? I don't know. That's just I'm speaking very metaphorically. Like, it's very vague. But that's kind of what I'm getting at, is like this strange set of ideas where like maybe there's like some sort of Lovecraftian logic to this, that like, or like cosmic knowledge that we're grasping, non-Euclidean geometry that we can't process. But like, yeah, like an eclipse, sort of like an eclipse. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Damn it. I thought I hit him, but I smacked off the wall. I feel like it might be a mirror world situation like the Twilight Realm in Zelda. I don't know. The reason why I don't know if I believe that is because, one, we know there is a land outside the lands between that is covered in fog that you can't see through. It's like occluded. Like you have to come here specifically. It is a place you come to. I say here, I mean the lands between, right? We see it in the opening cutscene. It's just featureless fog that the Tarnished comes from. So like there are lands explicitly outside of the lands between, outside of the purview of the Erdtree. The Erdtree is massive, but you can't see it from everywhere. Like that much we know. And the lands of shadow are also like surrounded by a weird shadow. Like the weather outside is not normal. So I'm not 100% convinced it isn't just that landmass in between, because like, right? This right here is weirdly deliberately unfogged when look at how many clouds there are over other places. But even if it's not, even if this right here isn't the land of shadow, which is fine, maybe it's not, like, it doesn't mean it's not just out here, right? And the reason why I say that is because, specifically because of how, like, seafaring is like such a big piece of the culture here. We see it in Charo's Hidden Grave, this idea that the mariners were the first, were the first gravekeepers, and that they were, this place in the center of the lands between, was like where all these coffins came from. It does make it seem like it's an island that like boats are able to get to. You know what I mean? That's the part that I find interesting about that. And like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have the answers. That's what this boils down to. Like, we need to realize that I'm also learning. And I'm not saying that you guys don't know that, but like, I'm just saying to cover my ass. Like, I'm still learning the lore. It's 3 days after this DLC came out. Like, no one knows what is happening fully. And yeah, there's probably bosses that are gonna explain things better for us, and like, these guys are hard. This is like a Lies of P enemy. Maybe while trying to leave the old history behind, the people still took the old ideas and old gods with them. That thing is like, the thing that is common are the people. Yes, exactly. Like, but that's what I'm saying, is that like, no matter how we want to get into it, right? Like, no matter how we want to define what this place is, it is a place where people came from, and there is a shared geological and geographical history with the lands between somehow. And like, it's very possible that like the gate to divinity is like just it's like a doorway that just exists that leads to the lands of the shadow, right? Either way, that just means that it's non-Euclidean geometry. Like, that's how it could be at the center of the lands between. That's fine. I'm not even considering that another dimension, because there's something about another dimension that like implies that the rules of reality operate differently when they don't here. Death is horribly broken in this place still because of Marika. And like, things Marika does are affecting the people here. So it's not a situation where we're like in a world where we can completely discount what's going on in the lands between while we're here. Like, they're not completely separate. So I don't know. There's something interesting there about that. I think there's some real clarity here, or there's something really interesting happening, I guess, with Miquella and the source of like these golden arcs and the Hornsent Inquisition. Like, everyone is circling the drain on the same few ideas, and I want to understand what that is. Oh, fuck, I'm stuck. There we go. I've been trying to figure out what's up with the generic enemies, all having that shade effect on them the whole time too. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that might be... So I think those who are under the purview of the Shadow Tree get this, whereas we get grace. Maybe? I don't know. That's my thought. I've been playing on autopilot for the past 45 minutes. This episode is going to be completely unwatchable. I spent the first 20 minutes talking about something that I was completely wrong about. And then the next 30 minutes, just like dying over and over and over again to a simple enemy. Jeez, guys, I am so dumb. That is a gigantic horn scent. Huh. Oh my god! I just realized something. That is way bigger than the fire giant, isn't it? Is that bigger than the fire giant? Because if that is, maybe that's where like the colossal heads. What is that item right there hanging down from it? Do I have to shoot at it? Do I have to lower it somehow? I don't know. That's weird. Because if the horn scent truly predate a lot of these things, what is that? Why is that the way that is? I'm gonna hate this. I have to. I don't know. I'm gonna not say crazy theories because I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's too late for me to have an idea about what the giants and Kaled are. Oh, that's the other thing, is that like the beastmen of Farum Azula are here. Yeah, that probably just needs to be lowered. Okay. I'm really thinking about this. I'm like really trying to figure it out. Oh, that's a terrible sound. Ugh. How do I want to get that item? Oh, Miquella cross. I abandoned here my arm dextral. That's where his right arm went. Storehouse cross message. Message left by Sir Onsbach, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursue Miquella's trail. It would seem that the people of the keep have flooded the holy quarter that leads onward to the Erdtree, barring access. However, there is no route that leads there from this storehouse. Perhaps there is another way to reach the holy quarter from somewhere else in this keep. Huh. There's the dragons also. Yeah, oh yeah, the dragons. Bale fought Placidusax. So it can't be a different dimension. That is a really good point, Magnolium. Thank you. That is a very excellent point. They put that little gravestone there for sure. Beast horn. Oh! Did I touch that grace? I'd be very mad at myself if I didn't. Okay. I did. Storehouse, fourth floor. Woo! Okay. Everyone else can read their books. Lump of flesh. That's fine. I don't know. I am full on conspiracy theory. Like... My brain is not, it is too late for me to be having theories right now. It is like, ooh, dueling shield, what? We also found the Erdtree talisman here with Godfrey on it. I mean, I know no one's arguing that you like can't gate here from the lands between. You can't like bring stuff, but A thrusting shield, or combined weapon and shield, enables the wielder to attack and guard simultaneously. An armament once used in a ritual combat performed to honor the Erdtree, a custom that had somehow remained within the realm of Shadow. To honor the Erdtree, a custom that somehow remained. I mean, that just speaks to... Okay, so you guard like this. I have no idea how that weapon works. I'm not gonna think about it. What's down here? This is an area I've been to. Ow. Bolt Drake Talisman, +3, nice. What's the symbol on the shield? It looks like the Elden Ring. Oh, no, it's barbs. Possibly. It's the horn scent symbol, I think. Or at least like one of them. I don't know. It's not the exact horn scent symbol, but it looks like horns. That's what I'm saying. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Most obvious hidden bookcase ever. I didn't really explore this place well. I need to actually go through it again with a fine-tooth comb as we go through here.